To whom it may concern, here is our chain reaction video called The Gong Show Chain Reaction. Thank you for letting us be a part of this project. The students learned so much about Rube Goldberg, chain reactions, building things, and most importantly, patience and persistence. It took our students over a month to build their chain reaction. My name is Kat Heitman, and I'm a teacher at the Texas School for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
To celebrate our firm's 100th year, we donated chain reaction STEM kits and issued an engineering challenge to 100 schools throughout our 12-state footprint. In Austin, one of our engineers nominated the school where his wife works, the Texas School for the Blind and Visually Impaired. Their chain reaction video really blew us away. We weren't prepared for what they submitted, and quite frankly, we weren't prepared for the impact it would have on us. Our Austin GARVER Gives team immediately wanted to build a relationship with the school and work alongside those students. To see the challenges they faced, to see how they were able to work through those obstacles and just learn from them. Lining up dominoes is difficult enough for those that can see, so just imagine how challenging that was for the students without vision. But just seeing the smiles on their faces when they succeeded, it was really awe-inspiring.
I would say for me as the teacher, the most delightful part of it, the most exciting part, is just watching the reaction of the students and how happy they are to be recognized and appreciated for their hard work.
Winning the challenge competition meant that the school received additional prize money from our firm, and they used that to purchase a woodworking bench and tools, because their students love the sensory experience that comes from using their hands, working with wood, vibration from the sander, a saw cutting the wood. It's just an empowering experience for those students.
People who are sighted, we've all learned incidentally. We've learned from infancy on about how to do those things, how to navigate in an environment, and how to interact with people. And people who are blind or visually impaired didn't learn that incidentally, and so they need to be explicitly taught that. So I envision that with this wonderful prize and this move forward with the partnership with GARVER, that our school will use that to allow students additional opportunities to access all of those things, whether it's sensory efficiency like the woodworking and using their hands and understanding tools and being able to access a world of materials that they might not otherwise have an opportunity to access. And that includes all of the things that went along with the team building aspects, like social interaction skills. When you do those things, that's also career education, because you're learning and expanding ways to become more effective in your job capacity and your employment.
We're always looking for partners, for role models, for vocational mentors for our students, and so we were just thrilled to have this opportunity to have our students get interested in STEM activities and possibly STEM careers.
The whole experience was special for everyone involved. Through this relationship, we all realized a spark was created that we all wanted to keep going, and so we did. Our GARVER Gives team in Austin partnered with the TSBVI to create STEM kits for other schools for the blind and visually impaired, so that those other students could also experience the same thrill, that challenge, and achieve that same success. We assembled the kits together, only this time they included activities in Braille, items with sound, balls with bells inside, a jack-in-the-box, service bells, party noisemakers, and so that way the students could hear what they built. Students were even able to use the woodworking materials to sand some of the wooden blocks that went inside the kits. And now our employees will be able to give them to other schools that serve students who are blind or visually impaired in all the states our firm serves.
I think a partnership is key if we're going to continue to provide students across the state and across the nation with opportunities to learn. I think that working and understanding that there are going to be a lot of different students walking into any classroom, and if we can make things the most accessible for every student, we are setting everyone up for success.
We are approached by many generous partners who want to come and do things for our students And we want our students to know that they're capable and independent and able to give back, not just receive. And so we really appreciated that plan to give to other students with visual impairments in some of the other schools for the blind across the nation.
Kind of have to put yourself in their shoes a lot of the times. For people who can't see or can't see really well, I think some of their other skills like speech or motor skills are not as developed. And so I think it's easy for us as fully functional adults to work with these kids to really help them through each and every step of the process, literally hold their hand and walk with them. It's been really a humbling experience overall.
I think it's really good that Garver, not only do they want to help the community that they're in on a infrastructure level, but also a way for giving back to that same community that they're working in through community projects, or going to different schools and reaching out to them and trying to either start or help build their STEM program that's at their different school. And I think that's one thing that Garver's really doing here with Texas School for Blind and Visually Impaired.
I think it's awesome because now we are part of the chain reaction. And getting into this project, that's not something that I anticipated. In fact, it's been a really eye-opening experience because when I did receive the email, I was thinking of it in terms of a science teacher. And I'm like, oh, this is great. We're gonna teach science and Newton's law of motion and chain reactions and cause and effect. And so to then realize that going through the project, not only did it teach about science, but it also taught about team building and patience and perseverance. But then to further reach other schools and other communities and to be a part of that is just, it's just a full circle.